We've got more 11th edition stuff to talk about. One is Combat Patrol. Yes, Combat Patrol. We finally get some information about that. And another, they've just announced their first terrain package that is also launching with 11th edition. So let's jump in and let's look at everything. So let's jump over to this window and let's start with the Combat Patrol stuff. So it says right here at the top, the Armageddon box is the headline release for 11th edition, but there's even more coming. See what else you can get at the dawn of the new edition. For those people who haven't been watching the rumor videos, the rumor is 6th of June is the pre-order date for 11th edition, and it's supposed to be releasing in a 2-week pre-order window on Saturday, the 20th of June. It makes sense because you cannot book a table on the 20th of June at Warhammer World, so it looks like they're going to be doing a launch weekend at Warhammer World, so I believe those rumors. 6th for pre-order, 20th for the release. Now, is this going to be coming out at the same time? It doesn't make it clear in the article, but what it does say, the first thing, Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol Companion. The Combat Patrol Companion is an introductory guide to the world of Warhammer 40,000 packed with piles of background lore on the galaxy, factions warring over it, evocative artwork, quick hobby tips, and guidance for playing your first games of Combat Patrol. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about Combat Patrol. I can say this right now. According to the rumors and basically logic, well, more logic than rumors, but rumors are definitely a part of this, there is going to be a brand new Space Marine Combat Patrol and a brand new Orc Combat Patrol to kick off the Combat Patrol in 11th edition. Edition, I can't even bloody say it right. What I'm hearing is that every other army following that is going to get a brand new Combat Patrol for their Codex launch. Now, the main thing is, are the rules changing? As far as I'm aware, no. Which, to me, I think is a bit of a bad thing because people keep yapping on about Spearhead. I've never played it, but everyone I speak to is like, I really hope Combat Patrol goes to a type of Spearhead type of game. Hopefully, it does change to that, so you guys can stop yapping about it, because apparently, again, Spearhead is a really fantastic game. I have no idea what is going to be happening with Combat Patrol, how they're going to change it. All I know is we're going to get brand new Combat Patrol boxes full of models. Now, in terms of the Combat Patrol book, I just actually want to, let me open this in another tab and zoom in. A little bit of critique. I don't normally do this, but is it just me? Or does this artwork look like... It kind of reminds me of like third-party art that is not connected to Warhammer. Like they're trying to make it Warhammer, but it's not Warhammer. I don't know. The Marines just look a little bit off, the proportions and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That's the thing that caught my eye. I'm not really bothered about the artwork on front of that book, right? It's something that I'm not going to be looking at that much, but I don't know. That art style, it just throws me off a little bit. Anyway, it gives us a little brief introduction to the book, hobbying and stuff like that. This is it. Technically, if your friend wants to get into Warhammer 40,000, you'd probably recommend him this, right? I've always said to people, if you're getting into 40k, the first thing you actually want to do is buy the Codex or the main rule book, because that's where you get the base lore in. This time, it's a little bit different, which we'll get into in a second. Right? Well, we'll get into it now, not in a second, because the terrain's the next bit. So, actually, no, I'm going to jump. I'm all over the place in this video. So, where are you, Valrak? They're going to be releasing the core rules, all the cards and stuff, as a separate release as well. As far as I'm aware, they're saying there's going to be no lore in the core rules. The only way to get that lore about Armageddon, the stepping off point that explains like a little overview of all the factions, is it's looking like that Armageddon book. It's looking like that at this point. I'm not saying that is the thing, but don't forget that Armageddon book is a FOMO book. It only comes with the 11th edition box set, which I think is absolutely terrible because, as I just said, what I suggest to people if they want to get into 40k, go and buy the main rule book. And in that, there's a little bit of blurbs that do a little introductory guide into each of the races that are in the game. Pick what race that you fancy the most, and then go and buy their codex, if that codex is available. I can understand why they've done this in a way, because they want to make the core rules smaller, which, again, people don't want to be hefting around a massive book with them to tournaments. What my argument against that is that, for me, I pay the app. The app's perfect. I actually don't buy Warhammer Plus for the animations, any of the painting guides or anything like that. It's That's all nonsense to me. Like the bat reps they do, which is basically non-existent at this point. I literally get Warhammer Plus for the app because it's all condensed. It's in your phone, it's in your tablet, whatever you bloody use, and it's all there. You can just click on the words and stuff like that. You don't have to like navigate to pages. So yeah, it's entirely up to you, but there's no law apparently in these core rules. Now, on to the next bit of this video, the Warhammer Terrain Area Set. This is the first bit of terrain news that we've had. I'm gonna use air quotes of terrain here because it's cardboard stuff. Again, it's not the stuff you've seen in white. It's the stuff that's actually coloured in. So it's literally just cardboard. It's just bases for GW or 3D printed terrain that you've already got that you put your stuff on. Instead of clear plexiglass that all the tournament players use, now you can have a nice GW themed cardboard base, right? Again, is people going to use, well, are the narrative players going to use this? Most narrative players, if I'm not mistaken, already have their bases already done in with their terrain and stuff because they go for rule of cool, and it's not about like tournament play and that type of rules. They just want it to look nice on the table and stuff like that. It says here, this area set includes 16 double-sided card templates that can recreate all the official terrain maps for the new edition of Warhammer 40,000, spread across 5 different sizes and shapes. Is that good for you? I have absolutely zero idea. Again, I'll go back to one of the rumours that I keep hearing through the whispers is that apparently they are going to be doing physical new terrain objective pieces as well. So imagine this more 3D. This is just like basically the starter, like to ease you into it kind of thing. And then later down the line, they are going to be doing like proper 3D objective markers. I'm hearing like destroyed vehicles and all that type of stuff that should be coming to the game. That's if, of course, the rumors are true. Remember, rumors are rumors. They are not facts if you want to believe it. But there we go. That's the first little bit of information we got. The first little bit of information of Combat Patrol. Again, I'm not sure if the rules are going to change. To be honest, I don't think they will. I really, really don't think they will. I think they're just going to keep it the same, which again, personally, I think it's a shame. I think they should mix it up a little bit. I keep hearing about Spearhead, as I've just mentioned, and I think they should change the Spearhead because everyone goes on about how good bloody Spearhead is. But I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback on it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think about the the cardboard terrain? Do you know what, right? I'm actually surprised they never put this in the 11th edition box set. That is a big, big surprise. With the emphasis of what they've been doing with terrain changes, I thought this pack would have come in the 11th edition box set. I think it should be in the 11th edition box set. There we go. It should be in, right? There's not a debate about it. It should be in there. But that's just me. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. That's the news for today. Apparently it's the Sisters tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, or is it today? I'm not too sure when it's coming out. But Sisters and World Eaters this week for the new rules. I'm looking forward to the World Eater stuff because I do, hopefully, soon anyway, will have a World Eater armor with Angron and my 60 Berserkers charging forward in the name of Khorne. Blood for the Blood God. See ya. Have a great day, evening, night where you are, and